Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up those football gods. Wake up this morning, guys. It is Taco Tuesday, and I hope all your taco dreams come true. I know I'm going to make some tacos today. It's going to be a hot one. I think it's going to hit about 98, 99 degrees outside, but we still going to take care of Taco Tuesday because that's what we're supposed to do. As we sit 65 days, 9 hours, 50 minutes, and 15 seconds away from the Dallas Cowboys kicking off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a game in which I believe that the Dallas Cowboys will win. I know you think I'm crazy, but that's cool. It's not the first time. I can't believe that 2 weeks from tomorrow, the Dallas Cowboys team will be headed to Oxnard. 2 weeks and 1 day. Everything that the Dallas Cowboys have done since the end of the season, and it's been a lot. It's been a hell of a lot of changes, new faces, new draft picks, new coaches, and hopefully we'll finally start getting a different result. One of the questions that kept coming up last night in our live stream was, and in other videos, is how is our secondary going to be? You know, people worry about our safeties. They worry about our cornerbacks. You know, that the Cowboys do enough. I had even good old Toby the hater in here who said that the Dallas Cowboys didn't do enough. You know, something that drives me crazy is when people criticize without actually putting any thought into a solution. It's easy to say, you're not doing it right. Well, what do I need to do it right? Anybody can say, oh, well, tell me how I can succeed. Tell me what I should do differently. And as I'm looking at this defense, and, you know, this clearly is one of the biggest problems that we have. I know everybody says, well, Dak Prescott's just a garbage time quarterback. Well, the Cowboys have a lot more wins since Dak Prescott has been in the NFL than about 26 teams. Let me say that one more time. The Dallas Cowboys, since Dak Prescott has been there, in the games he's played in, has more wins than about 26 other teams. I always hear the garbage time quarterback, but if you've got more wins than other teams, doesn't that count for something? When you think about Dak having more 400-yard games, 400-yard games than any other quarterback since 2016, the time that he's been here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good because you got Russell Wilson, you got Pat Mahomes, you know, you got Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. He's got more 400-yard games than anyone else. In fact, in his 5 games last year, he got 3, which is an NFL record for a whole season. Just saying. Clearly, there's other issues, and issues being the defense. And one of the questions is, will our secondary be able to cover? Will they do better? You know, and now as you see how, because of the way the rules have changed, that you can't touch the quarterback and everything else, he can basically sit back there and not worry about being killed. He has less fear of losing his life, which means he can be a little steadier. He's not quite as nervous. When you think about the rules of, you know, illegal contact and pass interference, you know, if you brush a wide receiver, you get a flag, unless you're Jalen Ramsey, in which case you can, you know, lock in the receiver's arm and they'll call it on the Cowboys. Other than that, the cornerbacks are at the disadvantage for getting a flag. Hence the reason why people realize we're going to pass the hell out of the football. Because if they touch the quarterback, that's an automatic first down at 15 yards. If they touch the wide receivers or the tight end or the running back, that's going to be pass interference. And if they hit them, then they're a defenseless player. Could be a flag there. The odds are better if you're passing the football, especially down the field. So the question is, will the Dallas Cowboys secondary be better than what they were last year? You know, I can't put any clips up and things like that. One, the NFL police and YouTube police will get you. But two, because my Alienware is down until tomorrow. So that'll be back. So we'll be back to up and running for Thursday. The biggest key for our secondary isn't per se who is going to start. You have good enough players if they know what their assignments are, where they're supposed to be, if they're competent, as long as one thing happens. That one thing is that your defensive line shines. Your secondary's best friend is a defensive line. If you can stop the run and make a team one-dimensional, then you're going to be in nickel coverage, in which case you have an extra cornerback out there. If your defensive line, and this is why I've always been that guy that says we have put too much stock in linebacker and cornerbacks and not enough stock in a one-technique guy. We'll find out, whether my theory is right or not, because the Cowboys have never been in love with a one-technique guy. When they have to have somebody there at the one, they basically will take, a tackle and they'll move him down there, but he's not really a one-technique guy. So many times when I've seen Aaron frickin' Rodgers and other great quarterbacks kill the Cowboys, it's usually on something deep. And the reason is there's time for those plays to develop. The quarterback has all day long. The quarterback, it's like the parting of the Red Sea. He can see the whole field and take his time and go back and forth and see what routes are developing and be able to step, plant, and launch, because the defensive line couldn't do its job, because then it all falls on the secondary. If our defensive line can step up, keep that parting of the Red Sea from happening, make that quarterback feel uncomfortable, speed him up in his reads and his time to throw, make him worry about pressure in his face, the cornerbacks will be fine. You can put Deion Sanders back in his prime time. I'm not talking about, when he came to Washington after his prime time in Baltimore. When prime time was prime time, if you give a quarterback 7 and 8 seconds, I'm not even sure that Deion Sanders can hold up with a receiver for that long. It's just not possible. An average quarterback, and we've seen average quarterbacks light up the Cowboys because they can't put that pressure on. In the same way, we recognized around 2011 when we drafted Tyron Smith that you got to keep your quarterback healthy and upright so we can succeed and win. Guess what? The reverse is true. If we can keep the other quarterbacks knocked out, under pressure, under distress, guess what? We'll win some football games. So that's my answer to the secondary, is if our defensive line can step up and do a better job than what we've had the last couple of years, especially in the middle, then our cornerbacks will be fine. Bottom line, that's it in a nutshell. It's not rocket science, people. It's football. So with that being said, I got some work to do in the workshop. I'm We'll get my hair trimmed up today and take my nephew with me so he can get his worked on as well. We will be doing, of course, stuff getting ready for this weekend. We have Drew Pearson as well as Tony Dorsett going to be at the CSA show in Chantilly on Sunday. We'll be there. We're going to get some Jobu T-shirts autographed to be prizes to give away. And, yeah, we're going to keep spreading the mojo. And we're going to keep counting down until the beginning of the 2021 season. As always, friends, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. I'll see you soon.